What time do you want to start talking? Because we're at like a minute.
Okay.
So.
Are they gonna do the intros and stuff? Like the starting five and all that?
Yeah, I think so. You can be caught.
Probably like right after that.
Okay. Is there another headset?
What's up? Is that one beeping?
Just curious how many there were.
Oh, no, it's just these three.
Three?
Yeah, so Master 2 mode.
I don't think there was one. Top. Justin, is this okay?
Just stay in the middle for now.
That dude? There's not a 6'8"
And then
out
Dyra,
there.
they're gonna do introductions. I need you
There's not a dude that's
to
6'8"
focus
out there.
on the players
Am I calling the
when
game
they
with you or
start
Alex
walking
right now?
towards the middle.
Me.
Oh, what's your name?
Lauren.
Lauren? Lauren what?
Goodman.
Lauren Goodman, awesome. Sweet, alright.
And remove your hats for the playing of the national
I'm
anthem.
introducing players, so I need you to focus whenever they come to their
6'8"?
tunnel.
Stop it.
Don't worry about it.
Voice out too long, bro. They're right there. Nobody looks on it.
I'm not gonna take this one off. You're not gonna have me for sideline this. I'll take this one off before I switch.
Okay.
So we'll go whenever they're done doing their stuff.
Welcome to Customers River College in the opening tip-off marathon powered by NorCal SportsTV. The 3:15 game this afternoon will be between the visiting Clayton Valley Charter Ugly Eagles, and the home team will be Whitney Wildcats. Starting lineup for Clayton Valley. A junior at guard, number 0, Clayton Malak. Junior at guard, number 3, Luke Westermeyer. Senior at 4, number 5, Pedro Alday. Senior at 4, number 11, Mikey Mann. And the junior at guard, number 13, Clayton Malak. Head coach is Gary Johnson. Assistant coach is Eric Beckman. And now starting lineup for the Whitney Wildcats. A senior at guard, number 2, Parker Stone. Senior
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to today's action. It is the Ugly Eagles of Clayton Valley taking on the Whitney High School Wildcats. And starting for Clayton Valley is Clayton Malock with his twin brother Quentin Malock, out there with Luke Westermeyer, Pedro Alday, and Mike Mann. Lauren, who do we have starting on the other end?
For Whitney, we got number 2, Parker Stone, number 12, Kelly Hensley. We got number 22, Jake Fink, 23, Kaylin Fiera, and number 33 at that forward spot, Brian King.
And it's the Wildcats putting the first 2 points on the board with Ryan King. Fast-paced basketball early on.
Wildcats coming in that man-to-man, applying pressure.
Westermeyer gets inside, finds Malock inside.
Easy bucket, and now you see Clayton Valley coming out in an extended 2-2-1 press.
Yeah, that's something they love to do. It's one of their mantras to their game. They press all game long, but the Wildcats able to beat it again as Ryan King with 2 more points. He's got 4 off of his 2 early buckets, and the Wildcats going to get the ball right back as the Eagles turn it over. Once again, the Wildcats able to beat the press. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot. Clinks off the backboard. Here come the Eagles.
I think he was trying to go past there, but way to get it back for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they turn it right back over. Schultz gets inside. He lays it in.
Now we see the extended pressure by the Wildcats. I know they want to play up-tempo and kind of get some pressure to get some deflections.
Came with the rebound off the missed shot from Malock. Schultz again gets inside. He gets fouled on his way up. He'll go to the line for 2.
That was a good way to put the ball on the deck, try to get some contact to the rim, get a little hang time. Got that hit across the forearm.
It's only been a couple of minutes for Scholes, but you know, he's made quite the impact coming off the bench.
And it's something about today, I don't know, the free throws have not been up to par as you see him missing that first one.
As a team, these Wildcats shot just 62% last season. And Scholes converts on the back end of his 2 free throws. As Cavalli Hensley subs right back in for Scholes. And you mentioned it earlier, Wildcats coming out with their own press. See if the Eagles can beat it, and they do. Couple of passes. Here's Malock. Stop and pop for a 3 off the mark.
And that's 2 times in a row off the press break. He's gotten 2 good pulls, so we'll see if that shot can fall later down this game.
Fink throws it to the corner, straddling the baseline, and the shot goes up and in by Ferreira.
Good shot fake by Ferreira. I like that, getting him going the other way and then going back to the baseline side to get that layup.
A bump foul is called on number 21, Boston Graff, his first. And Scholes right back into the game. Open 3. Off the mark, and here come the Wildcats.
And Clayton Valley has gotten some good looks at the rim. They're going to have to keep shooting, but the Wildcats are going to try to push that tempo and make them go faster than they probably want to.
And Ferreira lost it out of bounds, turned it over. And we'll see if these Ugly Eagles could get back in the scoring column. They're down by 7, 9-2. Just over 5 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Malock able to beat the press. They get it into the corner, and they kick it right back out. Here's Malock, a deep 3 on the money.
And there you go, drive kick, getting exactly what they want. They want to drive to get those wide open shots.
A nice entry pass inside, and a foul is called. That will send Anthony Williams, the big fella, to the free throw line.
Young talent, only a sophomore.
Trying to extend the lead off the back iron. Boston Graf re-enters for the Wildcats. And Pedro Alde back in for Clayton Valley. And the second free throw rolls in. And we'll see another substitution. This time it's Carson Bennett in for the Wildcats. Fouled on his way up was Pedro Alde. We'll see if it's a shooting foul or not. I don't believe it is, unless you're in the NBA.
There was a few continuations, though. We'll see if tonight they can keep things under control and keep it to high school rules. But we've seen a couple continuations today that I've been pretty impressed with.
Downs on the inbounds. They get it in. Mawak hesitates on the three, gets inside into the painted area, comes down with his offensive rebound, and then loses the handle. Quickly up on the other way is Parker Stone, and he gets fouled by Westermeyer.
And that was a good way to get back for the Ugly Eagles. If they didn't probably stop that in transition, I think Whitney probably would have got an easy bucket. So good transition defense. They're going to have to start making some of those shots. They're getting good looks on the other end. They are not good falling down yet. So we'll see how that goes.
Ryan King, Carson Bennett re-enter for the Wildcats. And it's almost like this Whitney team, they are subbing off of every dead ball. It seems like no matter what, they're always got subs rotating in. They have a deep roster, and they are not afraid to use it.
Not at all. In the change in rotation, some people don't think it's really well, but I think it keeps you fresh legs, especially at the tempo that they want to play at right now. Coach is really pressing the issue of getting up, picking up full court. If you're going out all hard, you should need to sub anyway in a couple minutes playing that tempo.
Wildcats on the inbounds. They get it into King, who kicks it out. Three on the way. Short off the front of the rim. Here come the Eagles. Alde pivots around. A nice backdoor cut. Mawak, a corner three. Brought down hard by Boston Graf. Quickly up with it the other way. They get it inside to King. He lays it up and in.
That was a good, strong grab by King, controlling the ball in the air and then finishing with the right hand.
And Mawak able to beat everyone up the court as he lays it in.
Coach is not happy about that. Nobody stopped the ball in transition. Giving up the easy layup.
Nearly intercepted by Alde. Lost the handle out of bounds. Wildcats retain possession. They lead 12-7 here in the opening quarter. We got a ref over meeting at the scores table. And everything seems to be okay. Back to action. Stone with it. Guarded by Brown. A wild handoff finds its way to Stone. Barrels his way inside. Kicks it to the corner for a three. Rebounded by Downs. All the way inside, acrobatic layup off the mark. Williams comes up with the rebound. Here's Fink, spins, goes up hard with the left, and he's fouled. And head coach Nick French lobbing to the ref, trying to say, hey, he was shooting. No continuation on that one. Williams, jump stop in the lane, has it ripped out of his grasp by Mawak. Up with it the other way is Downs, and he is fouled.
I want to see Whitney get back in defense. Once the press is beat, you got to kind of sprint back in that transition where there's been more one-on-one plays every time the press is beat. So they're going to have a collection of effort of getting back on defense so that they can have more defenders there so they don't have this one-on-one situation giving them easy free throws.
Downs converts on his first, and we've seen it before when they're not at the free throw line. Clayton Malock was able just to ease in for the layup. Although their team is currently down 13-8. And make that 13-9.
And we just saw a slew of subs for the Wildcats. We'll see how this impacts their offensive rotation.
They tried to get it to the corner, but Downs comes up with another steal. Brown picks his dribble up, kicks it right back. They continue to play pass back. Brown barrels his way inside. Malock an open three. It's good.
That's easy money. Easy money. Was able to penetrate to the key, kick out wide open for the easy three.
The scoring in the Malock family, it is in their blood. Clayton and Quinton's father is the leading scorer in program history over there at Clayton Valley.
And they got snipers ready to load in both of them, so we'll see how they combinate tonight for a combination of the points, but they're shooting with no hesitation right now.
And with supreme confidence. Wildcats able to get it over the timeline, but then they mishandle it. Ball is on the floor. Whistles blow, jump ball in favor of Clayton Valley.
Jump ball, possession.
And Mikey Mann re-enters, subbing in for the Ugly Eagles. And we'll see how the Wildcats respond if this press is easily broken, which it is. It's a 3-on-1. They get it to the corner. And he traveled as he was pump faking before he got the shot off.
On that one, I think you just got to catch and shoot. That was good rotation. Again, advantage to the Ugly Eagles. They had a 3-on-1 right there, kick it to the wing. You just got to be able to catch and shoot. You don't need that extra unnecessary dribble. And then very surprised when they called a travel on you.
He was trying to double the ball handler, unable to do so, but he turns it over anyways. A hard pass into the corner. Malock with one leg able to save it from going out of bounds. Gets it to his brother who misses the three. But a nice effort from Allday. Westermeyer inside off the back of the rim. How about the effort from Mikey Mann? The only Clayton Valley player in the paint. Down there banging with three other Wildcat defenders. And he's at the free throw line because of it.
Mikey Mann way to good position in that last rebound, but the second chance opportunities got him to the line. Went and fought and got the offensive rebound, and now you see him shooting easy free throws.
And just like that, they are in the lead.
And it's been a tight back and forth. They needed to get that edge over Clayton Valley right now, and you see coming from the intangibles, free throws, and moving the ball really well.
Under 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Got a close one on our hands. And one opportunity for Karsten Schultz. The spark plug off the bench.
That was a good, nice take, solid finish with the right hand, making the plays adjustment. And we see right here in the highlight, putting the ball on the floor and then just a bump on the low side and at the top. So great way to get down the seam and get to the rim.
And his free throw off the mark, so this remains a tie ball game at 14 apiece. Down spinning through the defense. Backdoor cut from Malock. He gets inside. And the push shot is put in by number 11, Mikey Mann.
That was good offensive patience and execution, finding Mikey Mann dead in the middle to get an easy layup. Offense should create easy buckets for your team.
Eagles had 6 players in double figures in their 99-49 win over Concord High. They were led by Mann himself with 18 points. Having a terrific start to the year. Malock comes up with the steal. Here's Westermeyer. A 1-on-3, blocked from behind, out of bounds. Clayton Valley will retain possession with exactly 1 minute on the clock.
Whitney got a break right there. There was a lot of contact on that one. That was a good no call. Let's see what they can run out of bounds right here.
Westermeyer to inbounds. down. Thought about the three. And they're going to call an offensive foul as Callan Ferreira tossed his head back. I couldn't quite tell whether or not there was actual contact or if it was just, the patented James Harden acting job, but the ref called it.
I think that was a good call, good extension. Just kind of probably did too much with that offside elbow, which we tend to happen when you're putting the ball on the floor and trying to drive, trying to create that space and that contact. I think the officiating right there, and there was multiple calls on that offensive push, so good call by the refs.
A bump foul called. Pedro Alday.
It was an easy one right there. Just too much hands. I like the aggression and the pressure, but too much hands, especially putting them in the bonus right now. Something you don't want to see when you're, 80 feet away from the rim.
First foul.
And Hensley fires away for free throw number one, knocks it down. And he goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Westermeyer gets inside. Hensley comes up with the steal. They toss it up ahead to King, out of his reach, and they give it right back to Clayton Valley.
Schultz had been playing so solid before that. Just didn't have to make that play, kind of keep it 2 more possessions so King can get closer to the basket and be efficient.
Eagles able to beat the press. Alday tried to force it inside, but he came back up with the ball. Here's Malak from the free throw line, fading to his left. He knocks it down.
Pull-up jumper looking real nice. Right
that was
there.
pretty as they go up by 2. 10 seconds left. King with it in the short corner. He's doubled. Finds Scholes. Penetrates, gets inside, goes up strong with the left, and he's fouled on his way up with 5 seconds left.
Scholes has really been that X factor off the bench for the Wildcats, at least keeping consistent points on the board so they can stay close to this Clayton team.
And nearly airballed his first free throw, and he just falls down on his backside in disbelief.
He might need to sit next to Coach for a second right there on that air ball, but he knows he shouldn't have been short on that one. He's going to make an adjustment.
And this one's strung off the back of the rim. Here's Scholes with it. Swings it over to his brother. Catch and shoot 3 at the horn. Too strong. But the Eagles lead 18-16 after 1.
18, Whitney High School.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student athletes navigate through the recruiting process from start to finish and ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today at recruitingboostexposure.com. Follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Recruiting Boost. And we're ready for the second quarter, where the Eagles lead the Wildcats 18-16.
Tight first quarter. Extremely tight. We'll see what adjustments need to be made right here in the second half and see how teams kind of get a little bit more rhythm to run what they want to run.
Yeah, both teams with very aggressive defensive play, kind of speeding up the other team on offense, and we see it again right here with the steal from the Eagles laid up and in by Pedro Alday. Largest lead of the game for the Eagles, only 4. It's been a closely contested first half. They dump it inside to King. Bobbling it, and he's able to come up with it. Slings a pass right into the arms of Alday. Here comes Westermeyer to Mawak, a catch and shoot 3. Falls short, but he gets his offensive rebound. Westermeyer again with it. A stop and pop jumper from the left elbow is good.
And now you see Clayton Valley kind of getting into some rhythm offensively. That was a foul they did not need, even though I like the effort by all day. But I think they're getting in rhythm now, and you see more shots falling down, and they're getting easy opportunities. There's a different chemistry for sure that you see from the Ugly Eagles that you may not see yet for the Wildcats. They know where each other wants the ball, and they're kind of getting it to them right on time.
So after that play, Alday subs out, and they put in Jason Zimmer. And you know, Lauren, I thought that was a foul as well, but they don't have it up on the big board. So I don't believe Alday was charged with the foul. He just made the defensive play and poked it out. Wildcats with the ball.
Even better for the Ugly Eagles.
The catch and shoot 3 is short. Eagles with the rebound. Quentin to Clayton, the layup is good. Brotherly love.
And the brother connection was there easily, as you see the bounce pass coming smooth with the right foot.
And the Eagles are rolling, forcing another turnover.
And I probably would have wanted to see Schultz shoot that one. That deep in the rim, that close to the rim. Probably would have got a better opportunity to shoot right there, then turn it over.
You could really tell he's a pass-first type of player, but sometimes in those situations, you just got to shoot the rock. Mawak and Westermeyer playing pass back, keeping it on that right side of the floor.
And the Eagles are going to have to turn the corner to score as you see them pulling the quick 3. They kind of dribbled at the top. They got to turn the corner, getting that key, then creating those wide open shots that they had in that first quarter.
Scholes gets inside, has his shot blocked back. A 2-on-1. Clayton goes up, takes a lot of contact. No foul is called, but the putback is good by Mike Nelson. And in the blink of an eye, it's a 10-point game, 26-16 advantage Clayton Valley. And we're back out of that timeout. 26-16. Eagles lead the Wildcats. In what seemed like in the large part of that first quarter, the Wildcats seemed to be dominating, but the Eagles have since bounced back strong. They now lead by double digits. A lob pass into King. He's fouled on his way up by Mike Nelson, and King will step to the free throw line.
I like King's physicality right there. Even through the double team, step through, make the right play, get the contact up high.
And he's able to knock down his first. Platoon swap here for the Eagles. Mikey Mann, Pedro Alday, and Samaje Brown. And the lead goes back down to 8. Parker Stone re-enters. And for Nick Tawney. Clayton picked his dribble up, but the Eagles able to beat the press with ease. Penetrates inside. King with the rebound. And nearly turned over. A nice step through in the lane. Up and in goes Jake Fink.
That was a good play by Fink. Way to just not worry about the pressure, but keep going, and then boom, still right here.
Scholes reads the pass, and he's fouled. Now it's the Wildcats on a bit of a run.
Foul call number 15, Jason Zimmer.
This time Scholes converts. So he airballed one, then he bricked it, and he swished it. Necessary adjustments were made.
Much needed adjustment because you're going to have to make some free throws. There's a lot of fouls, not really on the Whitney side, but they're in a double bonus right now. So got to take advantage of that. But when you miss free throw opportunities in a game this close, and maybe even closer later down the stretch, those free throws come back to bite you.
And Scholes plays a very physical brand of basketball. Really shows no fear driving inside.
And he's a little guy. He's not really tall in stature. The ponytail probably give him a couple more inches, but he's going to the hole really strong, really aggressive, and it's paying off right now for the Whitney Wildcats, but they got to make more free throws.
Yeah, they convert from the free throw line. This game could be tied or they could have the lead.
Good patient by Clayton Valley, taking their time to beat that press.
Westermeyer goes from the corner all the way to the other side and floats one in. Hensley all the way inside, counted in the foul.
And that's 2 buckets in a row. The ball has not been stopped after the press, giving up easy layups to the Wildcats.
A chance for a 3-point play.
Second foul is called number 0, Clayton Palmer.
That's a good call by Coach, getting Mullet out of the game right now with his second. Only 4 minutes left, but it's crucial that he doesn't pick that third up. He's a big part of their offense.
Another missed opportunity for the Wildcats. A quick whistle, and I believe that is a foul going to be charged to Westermeyer.
And again, the Wildcats trying to get back in this game, but going 1 for 1 with the free throws.
Pardon me, no foul. It was a clock issue, I believe. And put up and in by Westermeyer.
Yeah, he got a nice soft touch on that floater, and he seems to get effective as he gets that deep in the key.
Stone a catch and shoot 3. Hensley with the putback.
Hensley effective coming off the bench right now. A couple buckets in a row. He got to build on that so they can get some stops.
Malik a stop and pop shot off the mark. Schultz turns. Missed it off the side, but King with the offensive rebound and another 3-point opportunity on the way for the Wildcats. We'll see if they could convert from the line.
There's been a lot of attention to detail where King is with his height. Obviously, he plays a factor in what Whitney does, but he's been moving without the basketball very well, getting in the right spots, getting that rebound right there, and then just finishing strong.
And he converts on the 3-point play as Anthony Williams subs in for King. Wildcats getting set in their press. Nearly stolen away. Brown comes up with it. Finds Alday. Off the foot of Malik Williams.
Good thought. Probably should have looked at the rim on that one. It was wide open, but again, when you have a guy like Williams in there with that length and athleticism, probably would have thought about it twice too.
They reset things up top to Westermeyer. Picks his dribble up, sends it to Malak. Poked away, stolen. Here come the Wildcats in transition. Step through, Fink can't lay it in. Williams with the offensive rebound. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. A chance to tie this game up.
Big difference between him and King. King, the big size but solid senior, and this is the young sophomore with nice size, but a lot of athleticism that kind of changes the look up when you have King on the floor.
First free throw is off the mark. Wildcats right now on a 12-4 scoring run over the last 2 minutes. Make that 13-4 scoring run. Cuts the deficit to 1 point.
And in that 13-4 run, they probably missed 6 or 7 free throws.
Exactly. Westermeyer guarded by Williams, has the mismatch, gets inside, sends it to the corner. Brown, a 3 off the mark. Alday comes up with the offensive rebound, but it's stolen away. Here comes Spence with it. Lost a handle on the way up. Here comes Clayton Valley, a 3-on-1. Alday dumps a pass inside, it's blocked by Schultz.
That was a good defensive stop by Schultz.
And then he goes coast to coast, 94 feet, and lays it in. Defense to offense. Into the corner. Brown with the pump fake, feeds it inside. That one falls short. Williams with the rebound. Now it's the Wildcats with momentum. Schultz gets inside once again, and he puts it in. Timeout, Eagles.
Oh, yeah, you got to stop this right here, Coach. Got to get some control over it. And I'll be interested in seeing if Schultz is not the regular starter, because he's playing like he's a regular starting type of guy. Maybe, some issues or, it's early. A lot of holiday stuff going on, so maybe coaches made some adjustments right there. But he's obviously playing like the starting point guard right now on this 6-0 run by himself.
Yeah, offense to defense, he is doing it all. This broadcast of the opening day tip-off marathon is brought to you in part by the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. And practice timing created by coaches for coaches. Recruiting Boost, Athletic College Placement Service. We'd also like to thank the Maher Law Group, as well as Straight Sports. Custom uniforms, go to str8sports.com for more. And we're back to action here in the second quarter. 2 minutes and 16 seconds remain. Not too long ago, Clayton Valley led this one 26-16. You blink, and next thing you know, the Wildcats are on top 33-30, in part by their spark plug off the bench, Karsten Schultz.
Game is about peaks and valleys. Right now, both teams had an opportunity to peak and valley. So 2 minutes to close this quarter out. Who really wants to go into the locker room with a strong finish of the first half?
King mishandled the rebound. Brown came up with it all day. Lobs a pass into the corner. Brown on the other side. Nearly had it poked from behind. Westermeyer wide open for a 3. Rolls off. And now Dom Spence just walking it up the court. Sent it to Schultz. He has been the source for this team. Drives inside, gets his offensive rebound, and puts it in. This kid could do it all.
He's playing extremely hard right now, really big for his team. Got a good defensive assignment right now and bringing all the pain on offense.
Mikey Mann stops the bleeding. Cuts the deficit to 1 with just over a minute and change left in the first half. Spence surveys the floor.
And with this lead, you see something different from the Wildcats. They're a little bit more patient as they got control back of this game.
Scholes fires a corner 3. And I believe they're going to get an over-the-back foul on King.
Yeah, that was an easy call. Easy call, yeah. Jumped all over his back on that last one. And there was no box out, but the contact that was made by him and then jumping over the back, easy call for the ref.
First foul call number 4, Malik Williams.
So Eagles going to be going the full length of the court on this inbounds. 51 seconds left. They trail by 3. Westermeyer has it, trotting up the court. Penetrated inside, but then pulled things back. They are using some clock so far on this possession.
And you see they went right back to Clayton Matlock. Get on the court, we need you to score.
They got him a good look. He missed a shot. And a whistle blows underneath the bucket. I believe that will be charged to Anthony Williams.
First foul call number 3, Dom Spence.
No, that's Dom Spence.
Before that bucket by man, there had been a drought going on for the Ugly Eagles. They're going to have to score. Good move.
An excellent play off the inbounds, but nothing to show for it. And a chance for the Wildcats to extend this lead as halftime approaches. They lead 35-32. Just about 10 seconds left. Spence turns on the Jets. Euro steps his way inside for the bucket. Here comes Westermeyer with it. He's going to have to shoot it. Goes behind the back. Horn sounds after the shot. Knocked in, but it is waved off. And that is how we reach the halftime break, where the Wildcats lead the Eagles 37-32 in a wild first half of action.
Practice timing is created by coaches for coaches. Practice timing helps you create, store, and time your practices. Practices are timed on coaches' phones, in our app with push notifications to remind coaches of transitions with notes and messaging. The user interface is easy to use with a drag and drop feature, copies practices, stores all previous activities and practices. Never use paper or any other expensive, bulky, hard-to-see timers again. Check out practice timing.
Check out practicetiming.com or email us at info@practicetiming.com for further details.
Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, we help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish, ultimately helping them earn scholarship opportunities. We don't rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, we have direct contact with college coaches through calls, texts, and social media. Contact us today.
I was playing? Huh.
Do you need an aggressive and persuasive criminal defense attorney in Contra Costa, Solano, or Napa County? Contact Vincent R. Maher, attorney at law. You can benefit from the dedicated advocacy of an attorney who's one of the rare criminal trial lawyers in the state to be a specialist certified by the California State Bar. Contact him at 707-427-2800. 707-427-2800. Vincent R. Maher at the Maher Law Group, a professional corporation.
Family is one of the most important things in this life.
And every family deserves to be happy in a home, just like we are in our home.
A house is just walls, but a home is everything and all the life that's lived in between.
I was playing? Huh.
Practice timing is created by coaches for coaches. Practice timing helps you create, store, and time your practices. Practices are timed on coaches' phones, in our app with push notifications to remind coaches of transitions with notes and messaging. The user interface is easy to use with a drag and drop feature, copies practices, stores all previous activities and practices. Never use paper or any other expensive, bulky, hard-to-see timers again. Check out practice timing.
There, but way to get it back for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they turn it right back over. Schultz gets inside. He lays it in. Get it inside to King. He lays it up and in.
That was a good, strong grab by King, controlling the ball in the air and then finishing with the right hand.
A Clayton Valley player in the paint, down there banging with three other Wildcat defenders, and he's at the free throw line because of it. First quarter, got a close one on our hands. And one opportunity for all day. Dumps a pass inside. It's blocked by Schultz.
That was a good defensive stop by Schultz.
And then he goes coast to coast, 94. As halftime approaches, they lead 35-32. Just about 10 seconds left. Spence turns on the Jets. Euro steps his way inside.
Trying to go past there, but way to get it back for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they turn it right back over. Schultz gets inside. He lays it in. Get it inside to King. He lays it up and in.
That was a good, strong grab by King, controlling the ball in the air and then finishing with the right hand.
A Clayton Valley player in the paint, down there banging with three other Wildcat defenders, and he's at the free throw line because of it. First quarter, got a close one on our hands. And one opportunity for all day. Dumps a pass inside. It's blocked by Schultz.
That was a good defensive stop by Schultz.
And then he goes coast to coast, 94. As halftime approaches, they lead 35-32. Just about 10 seconds left. Spence turns on the Jets. Euro steps his way inside.
Way to get it back for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they turn it right back over. Schultz gets inside. He lays it in. They get it inside to King. He lays it up and in.
That was a good, strong grab by King, controlling the ball in the air and then finishing with the right hand.
Clayton Valley player in the paint, down there banging with 3 other Wildcat defenders, and he's at the free throw line because of it. Got a close one on our hands. And one opportunity. It's blocked by Schultz.
That was a good defensive stop by Schultz.
And then he goes coast to coast. Nice. They lead 35-32. Just about 10 seconds left. Spence turns on the Jets. Euro steps his way in. Lauren Goodman, Chris Ingridge on the call with you for today's action between the Clayton Valley Eagles and the Whitney Wildcats. So far it is a 5-point game, 37-32, the Wildcats lead. Lauren, what have you liked? What needs improvement from the Eagles so far as they're now down by 5?
Oh, they got a good combination of help from their starting play. They all have been contributors as well as some contributional subs, but that pressure seems like it came into an impact in that second half, in the second half of that quarter. So they're going to have to make adjustments on how they handle the ball. But I think on the other side for Whitney, if they keep that tempo and that pressure up, they'll be successful. But they're going to have to finish some plays out, leaving those free throws on the board. I think it might be a scary situation with these ugly Eagles. They're playing pretty aggressive as well, and they want this ball game.
About halfway through the second quarter, the Eagles led the Wildcats 26-16, but the stellar play from Karsten Scholes all of a sudden propelled his Wildcats on top, and they now lead by 5. Yeah,
and a couple years ago, these teams have been very successful both ways, 20-plus wins, but the Whitney team has been very battle-tested over the last few years, and they know how to come back and return and fight. I think Clayton Valley has come out more than impressive to match the Whitney matchup.
Westermeyer gets it in the backcourt, and 4 seconds into the second half, Stone picks up a foul.
And I wonder if that's impacted Stone, because we haven't seen a lot of him as he comes out and starts and picks up that quick win. Hopefully he's not in foul trouble. Maybe he can get some contribution to what Whitney's doing right now.
Yeah, up on the big board now it shows that's just his first personal foul. He stays matched up on Westermeyer. They try to get separation off the screen, but King stayed in his spot down low. Malacca corner 3, falls short. Hensley with the rebound. Hensley into King, off the back of the rim, off the pass. Alday has it ripped from his grasp from Fink.
That was a lot of arm action on that one. Whitney might have got away with a foul on that last play as he tried to pull through over the top, but good way to get back in defense for the Wildcats. Ugly Eagles need to score on this possession.
Downs finds Alday inside. He puts it in. Fink with a nice spin move to get away from his defender. Here's Hensley, puts it on the deck, kicks it right back out. And again, they stick with this triangle offense working from Hensley, Fink, and King. Here come the Eagles now. Downs goes behind the back and goes up. Off the back of the rim, Fink with the rebound. Pardon me, that was Ferreira. Fink sneaks it past to King, but he comes up with it. Now King on the second chance, no good.
King's going to have to finish that one strong. I know he was looking for contact, but at that size, don't look for the contact, look for the and one.
Down sneaks a pass inside. Some contact, no whistle. Again, second chance opportunities for Clayton Valley to no avail.
And they holding that whistle pretty tight in this his start first 2 minutes. Kind of letting them play. It's a little bit closer game than we've had all day, so a little bit more physical play, but they're letting them go.
And right as we open our mouths about that, King goes to the free throw line.
That was a good call. Bump on the bottom. He has a lot of height to guard, so very difficult when he turns and faces like that. And that's an advantage to King in his skill work, being able to put together, being able to put his back to the basket, turn, face up, look at the rim, and kind of make that challenging shot right there.
King shooting to his team up by 3. And again, the shooting woes continue. And Scholes, who had a phenomenal first half off the bench, is in the same role for the second half, as he is now checked in for Hensley.
He's probably the most aggressive offensive player they have right now for the Wildcats. He's looking to score almost every time he has the ball, or he's looking to create for somebody else to score.
Westermeyer gets inside. Floater off the glass is good.
And Westermeyer, his touch has been so sweet and so soft as they get on the ball early right there. Didn't get away with the steal, but his touch is so soft around the rim.
3 on the way, knocked in. Callan Ferreira.
They needed that one. I haven't seen the Wildcats knock in a 3 in a while, so that was a good bucket for Ferreira to get in this offense.
Here's Westermeyer trying to answer, and he does. Tickles the twine.
Touch is so soft. You saw in that last shot, ball didn't even touch the rim.
Pace of play once again starting to pick up. Here's Scholes off the screen. Puts his head down, drives inside, tries to draw the foul, unable to do so. Instead, he just turns it over.
Yeah, I think he had his eyes closed on that last play. Didn't look at the rim, just hope for a foul. But again, you see subs and rotating at the top spots for Whitney because they're playing aggressive and they need guards with fresh legs.
Clayton Valley a chance to tie or take the lead. They trail 39-41. Westermeyer hesitates, puts it on the ground, and then draws a foul.
That was a close one right there. I thought he would call a carry. Kind of flipped that hand over on that last little bounce, but maybe it was the bump that created that. So refs get that one in. Let's see the execution right now from the Ugly Eagles have been almost perfect on the out-of-bounds plays.
They get it inside, a little bump action, count it, and the foul.
And what did I say? Out-of-bounds plays, execution, and that's a point right there where a lot of coaches overlook or teams overlook because a lot of teams don't get a lot of time in to work on their out-of-bounds plays. But you can see that the Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles, they've been really working hard on the out-of-bounds plays, and they've been getting some good looks.
They get some really nice looks, and Nelson converts at the free throw line, and the Eagles go up by 1. Scholes gets bumped by Allday.
Scholes, a little guy in stature, but definitely not in his play. Really, really tough physical. You see he gets up from that one, but let's see what he can do as far as either getting a good quality shot in or getting the ball on the floor and really creating something.
They get it to him in the corner, and they send it right back up top to Fink. Scholes chases it down, fires it back. Here's Westermeyer with it.
Ugly Eagles have numbers.
To his brother Clayton, unable to knock down the 3. And a foul going to be called on Jason Downs. He's in disbelief, but I got to agree with the whistle on that one.
Yeah, that was another easy one. Weak side rebound is the hardest rebound in basketball. It's all about your positioning, and neither team is boxing out on that weak side rebound. So when you're the person flying in, I appreciate the aggressiveness to the offensive rebound, but you just got to be smart when there's a defender there.
Spence gets it in and gets it right back. 1-on-1 with Westermeyer. Splits the double team. Still going to his right. Hard off the glass. Fouled on his way up.
And Spencer, we haven't seen him that much today, but the few plays that we have seen, he's been very impressive. Putting the ball down, being able to use that speed to kind of cut some of those seams and get an opportunity. He had an easy layup the first time, and the second time right now he's creating an easy shot.
Yeah, these Wildcat guards, just very tenacious play. They put it on the deck and they go hard.
Whitney's truly developed that over the last few years. They've been able to get some sound, solid guards in there, at least D1 players that are playing aggressive. And you see they're making multiple subs right now, and the guard play hasn't dropped off.
Spence converts on his first, and here he is on free throw number 2 off the back of the rim. Nearly tracked down an offensive rebound. Instead, the Eagles have it now. Pushing it up the court. Westermeyer. Layup off the mark. Big rebound there by Boston Graff. He puts it on the deck. Ferreira inside. A wild shot. Pulled in by Downs. Westermeyer turns and gives it back. And he was dragging that pivot foot on the pass.
That was a quick call from the refs. I don't know if he anticipated or saw it, but he called it pretty quick. And that's a couple of possessions in a row for both teams where they haven't been able to capitalize either off a turnover or a rebound. So both teams really settle right now. We got a 42 knot.
Yeah.
But they're going to have to be patient and execute. All about development and how they're going to grow up right now.
Nice pass into King. He muscles his way inside. Some contact on his shot. No foul is called. That was some great defense from Mike Nelson.
And if you see, every time a shot goes up, King is swarmed by at least 2 to 3 jerseys because they don't want to get him free, easy opportunities by getting offensive rebounds.
Westermeyer to Malak. Malak puts it on the deck. To Nelson inside. Blocked from behind by Bennett. Carson Bennett, who just subbed into the game for the first time in this half. Making an impact on defense. There's Clayton Valley on the inbounds. Quentin Malak now to Westermeyer. Wide open for the corner 3. A little too open as King bats it out of bounds.
And you can tell a little bit, it's playing an impact on Westermeyer. He's been so productive. He missed his last 2 buckets. As you see, it's sub right on time, coach. Get him some fresh legs so he can go out there and be effective because prior to those 2 misses, I think he was pretty much perfect from the field.
Smaje Brown subs in for Westermeyer.
And I want to see Brown, I want to see all day look at the rim a little bit more.
You can tell Malak has that stroke. He hit a few in the first half. He just is a little off the mark. Spence all the way inside. Gets caught up on the rim. Instead, it's King muscling down in the post. Spence comes up with it again. Another offensive rebound. Look at these boys battle.
And that's what you were worried about, King. 3 rebounds in a row.
Yeah. They get it right back to him. Immediately gets doubled by Quentin Malak. And the foul going to be charged to Malak.
It was a close one. It was going either way. I think King was getting kind of close to that 3-second camp in the key. So the foul came right on time if you're a Wildcat. At the same time, for the Ugly Eagles, you can't let King get off like that. 3 to 4 offensive rebounds that he impacted in that last possession. You can't give Whitney that many chances when the game is so close. Given that they've both had tons of chances, you want to see who's going to be able to open the seal right now that's been placed on these rims.
Stone has it in the corner, forces it into King. You could tell where the focal point is for both of these teams. They want to get it to King, and Eagles want to defend King, and it results in a wide open layup on the other end for Jason Downs.
That was a good find in transition. Get the ball up quick. All day's playing tremendous defense down there, being undersized.
Bennett a catch and shoot 3 from the corner, and the lead goes right back to the Wildcats. 45-44 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the third quarter in this phenomenal basketball game. The NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp is a proud partner of this broadcast. You can go to NorCalSportsTV.com/camp to learn more and get your $100 discount off camp tuition. And Straight Sports custom uniforms, go to STR8sports.com for more. Fit Pro Go is the most delicious shake ever. And we'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Subway, Max Preps, Pepsi, Presto Sports, Seadrills, Huddle, and Chris Cut Fidesz. 2 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wildcats with a 1-point lead, 45-44. Defensive intensity sure picking up here for the Wildcats. All day wildly spins, leaves his feet, and then just throws it to no man's land in the corner. They turn it over.
And that's a good timeout. That's a good timeout for the Wildcats. Come out, get a defensive stop, be able to get the ball back in your hands so you can take advantage of this lead right now. Only 1 point, but if you can capitalize right now, you can turn it to your advantage.
Just about 2 minutes left. Spence turning on the Jets, gets inside, takes some contact, no foul is called. Malak with the rebound, gets it to Westermeyer. He's trotting up the court. Finds All Day. He attacks, going to his left, and he lays it in.
That's a good finish. All Day's been that expendable player that's really doing it all, the utility guy. He's being able to play down low, his physicality, not that much height, but physicality and strength. He's making the right plays at the right time. Hopefully he can get on that closeout and then push.
A jump ball is called off the nice effort from Dom Spence, and the possession arrow in favor of the Wildcats.
Fantastic play by Spencer. Way to just go in there and get the offensive rebound just to make it competitive, and then you get a jump ball and it's going your way.
Fink gets it into King, and Bennett throws it back up top. Corner three. Falls short. Over the back foul charge to Bennett.
And you see right there All Day again. In the right place at the right time. He turns, gets a box out. Probably the first box out we've seen this afternoon. He gets a solid box out, and then that weak side rebound again gets a foul.
The Eagles trying to add to their slim 1-point advantage. Malak picks his dribble up, gets it to Downs. Downs lost the handle. Spence with the steal. Goes up strong with his left, gets sent down hard from Westermeyer, and we'll see some free throws.
Good way to draw the contact. I probably would have liked to see him fluidly go with that left. I probably would have got an and one, but I like the little hesitation that creates that contact right there. Now he's at the free throw line.
So Spence now trying to tie it up or take the lead, and he knocks this game up at 46 apiece. As we will see Cavalli Hensley subbing in for Boston Graff. And the lead goes right back to the Wildcats as Spence heads out and Nick Tawney heads in. And Mike Nelson enters for Mikey Mann. Downs goes up with the left and he puts it in.
That was a good attention to detail right there, and he thought about it. He wanted to shoot with that right hand, but using the left got him that easy bucket.
Bennett working in the post, goes up. It's blocked from behind by Nelson, tipped around. Clayton Valley possession.
Now we got no shot clock right here, so it's going to be important that the Wildcats apply pressure. If you're the Ugly Eagles, you want to get a bucket right here.
20 seconds left in the quarter. Looks like Clayton Valley going to hold for possibly the final shot. Downs pump fakes and then spins into Nelson. Nelson goes up with it, rolls off the rim, 3 seconds left. Fink from way downtown falls short. And we will head to the fourth quarter where Clayton Valley is on top of Whitney. Not by much. They lead 48-47. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish and ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, text, and social media. Contact us today at recruitingboostexposure.com, and you can follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Recruiting Boost. And we are back with the fourth quarter of this closely contested game. Largest lead was 10, and then the Wildcats fought hard, courtesy of Karsten Schultz. And ever since then, it's just been a back-and-forth affair.
Oh, yeah, it's got pretty interesting, and I like the halftime adjustments. Both teams really fixed on what they want to do, came back out, and now you see a one-point game.
Malak from the corner, wide open. That one rolls out.
And he hasn't seen one go in since the first quarter, so he's going to have to keep going, either shooting. If he can't make a bucket, he has to be crucial for his team in making good plays.
Ferreira for three, off the mark. But Nick Tawney went flying in for the rebound. Here's King battling inside for 2 points.
And that's a good, solid bucket by King.
Hand check foul is called on Jake Fink.
And just to think, this is the most cleaned up half of basketball we have seen. That was only the 5th foul for the Wildcats. So it's not in bonus anytime soon. On the other side, though, you will have the next Ugly Eagle foul will be a free throw for the Wildcats.
King nearly plucked that pass away.
Good tip and deflection by King for his size. He's very agile, really putting it together, really impressing me what he's doing on that low post.
Malak gets inside, pivots around, has his pass batted away, but Westermeyer comes up with it. He pulls from the free throw line, and there was no foul. It looked like Westermeyer got grabbed from the side.
There was a lot of contact on that one, but again, we talked about in the third, they kind of letting them play.
Little stop and go action from Ferreira. He misses his shot in the paint. Here comes Westermeyer. All day open for a three, but a charge is called, and it's taken by none other than Karsten Schultz.
Look who's there right on time. Make a play for his team.
Player control foul on number 3, Luke Westermeyer. 4th foul, Tom Smith checks in for the Wildcats.
Spence walking it up the court, barking out commands to his teammates.
And he has a lead, so I like this patience. I like his team taking his time, really doing what they want to do as far as executing the play.
Ferreira gets inside, finds King in the middle. Tipped out of bounds. Wildcats keep the ball on their side of the floor. A little bit of a wet spot there, so the ref on mop-up duty. Looks like they got the floor all cleaned up. 49-48. Wildcats with the lead here in the fourth quarter. Ferreira has it in the corner, rises up for the floater, airballs it into the arms of Westermeyer.
And we haven't even had any consistent buckets right now, so every bucket counts in how we execute and the importance of every bucket right now.
Downs on the backdoor cut, slings a pass up top to Malak. His team needs it. They don't get it.
Ooh.
Interesting, the ref on the top of the floor makes that call. And that will result in free throws, as you just mentioned.
That's something that we didn't want to see. And I know Malak's trying to get a shot. I want to see him create a little bit more for himself. I know he can put the ball on the deck, really create, maybe shoot a 2 right now where he gets that pull-up jumper. He needs to see the ball go in the rim to be beneficial. On the other side, the Wildcats are doing what they want. Spencer's really stepped up, knocking that down from the free throw line. He's really stepped up and been a crucial sub to what they do. But again, if you're the Ugly Eagles, you're going to have to take advantage of taking better shots that you're getting. They're getting easy shots. They're just not falling. Going to have to make an adjustment in your game. Even if that's your regular shot, if it's not falling that particular day, you got to go to something else so you can get some points on the board.
Spence converts on his 2 free throws, extends the lead to 3, 51-48 with 6 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Westermeyer slowly bringing it up. Guarded by Hensley, gets all the way inside, rises up for the floater, and rolls it in.
And Westermeyer getting it right back going with that soft touch to the rim.
Back to a 1-point game. Here's Spence coming off the screen, puts it on the deck, rises up. No foul is called. Nelson with the rebound. Westermeyer trotting up on the other end. Malock to the corner. His brother Quentin for 3. That one spins out. Nelson with the rebound, but he throws it right to Spence.
And that was a good rebound that they needed right there. But again, you see Wildcats taking their time, walking the ball up the court every possession.
And a 10-second violation called on Spence. Coach Nick French not happy with the call.
No, he's not. I don't think he knew what the count was going. But again, you got to be aware of that count. And they start immediately as soon as you get possession.
Yeah.
So kind of taking it too slow to get across.
Chance for the Eagles to take the lead. Westermeyer again, another floater. Chases down his offensive rebound and then throws it right to Hensley.
That's 3 offensive rebounds they've thrown right back to the Wildcats.
And he goes coast to coast for the layup. Still just a 1-possession game. Quentin to Clayton, a corner 3. They need this one, and we're all tied up.
There you go, and you saw a little leg kick, so he was feeling himself on that one. He needed that one to go in the rim, and you see he's shaking his head because he needed to see the ball go in the rim. Maybe this would be an adjustment that they need to hit.
Could tell he's still shooting with confidence, clearly has that next shot mentality. Not letting the misses get to him.
And he hasn't changed his game. He's shooting. So I'm okay with him having the confidence to shoot like that because he is a shooter. That's what you're supposed to do. Shoot with no fear. Obviously, the coach has a green light in him. And why not? Tremendous shooter. Last year coming off as his junior season. This year as a senior, he's going to have to carry the load. But he's a tremendous shooter, and that's a guy you want to get shots.
Westermeyer goes past the defense. His floater is good. And now Clayton Valley goes up by 2.
He hasn't missed a floater today. He's probably missed a couple layups, couple jumpers, but if you give him a wide open floater, he's an automatic bucket. And he's playing solid at that point guard position. They're kind of running tweener, but he's been so solid today.
And Spence gets called for the charge.
Right on time.
Clayton Malock takes the contact.
And that's what Clayton Malock needed. You saw he got been able to get the 3 knocked down, sees the ball come in, then he comes back on the defensive end and gets a charge. That's what this basketball game is about. When you really want to be in that top-notch level and you want to go to the next level, you're going to have to show intangibles. The ball may not be going in for you, but when you can get defensive stops like that, take a charge, sacrifice your body like that, that can build momentum for you.
And again, another wet spot on the floor after Malock took that charge. And the Wildcats sticking with their press.
Wildcats have got a lot of good things out of picking up full court, so I like that they keep the pressure on, keep it extended outside that 3-point line so they don't give up easy plays to this Clayton Valley team.
And Schultz comes up with the steal.
On both sides for both teams right now, the right players are making the right plays for each team.
This game could very well come down to who has the final possession. Stone, a corner 3. Rebounded by Malock. Westermeyer gets swarmed. Finds his open teammate. And the Eagles call a 30-second timeout.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a smart timeout. Kind of settle things down. They have a 2-point advantage with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left. So we might be the broadcasters for this game, but, let's put our coach's cap on here. What do you do in this situation if you're the Eagles in this timeout with a 2-point lead?
You want to talk to your team about settling down and getting the execution. It's so important right now. Might be one of the most pivotal execution plays, especially when you call a timeout. As a coach, you want to be able to get execution out of timeouts to make your timeout worth its bang. If not, you just wasted a timeout, gave them an opportunity to get kind of loaded, which Whitney is ready and thinking we need to get a defensive stop to get back in this game. But if you are the Eagles, you want to get an execution right now. If anything, you want to get something towards the basket or get to the free throw line.
Here we are out of that timeout. Inbounds goes to Malak. Hands it off to Downs. Clayton hands it off to Quinton. Throws it up to Westermeyer. He stops and pops from the elbow. Got the look. Didn't go down. Stone leaks past the defense. Kind of surveys the floor and kicks things back up top to Schultz. Pro hops in the lane, and he puts it in.
Got the last defensive stop. Gets the next offensive bucket.
Downs coming off the screen. Shoulder check, Schultz, offensive foul.
That was super easy call. Too much aggression at the top.
And I believe that might be 5. I see the scores table signaling that's 5.
That was an unnecessary play, but frustration. He's kind of been in that place all night. All his fouls have been kind of ticky-tack. None on the play, just really too much aggression on the offensive side or something like that, where he really was coming crucial. He made a couple baskets down here in this fourth quarter. So we'll see how the Eagles respond to that. If not, I think Whitney is definitely going to take it to their advantage. It's a personal foul, so it's not a shooting situation. But next foul the Eagles commit is double bonus.
We're all tied up now at 55 apiece. Scholes looking to take the lead for the Wildcats, and he does.
Easy money.
All day slings a pass to the quarter. Malaka stop and pop jumper from the mid-range. Rolls off the rim. Now it's the Wildcats, a chance to extend the lead and burn some clock. Instead, Scholes barrels his way inside, finds King. King working in the post. He's got 2 more points.
Throw it up to King, give him a chance to score. It's pretty simple when you get to that point. Let's see if Clayton can hold things together right now. The game's not out of control, just 2 possessions. But they're going to have to get back in this game.
And Malak sinks another big-time 3. Cuts the deficit to 1.
Right on time, and now it's a 1-point game like you stated.
King gets double-teamed and turns it over.
That was a good defensive stop right there. King had the ball securely strong, and he was trying to go score.
Here come the Eagles, down by 1, a corner 3. Schultz comes up with the rebound. And do we have a foul? So that should be free throws on the other end. And I think they're going to get Westermeyer.
And he was trying to is that
it might even be
a
tech situation because there's no rebounders. So Ryan King converts on his first technical free throw. And this is huge. He makes it a 2-point game, now a 3-point game.
2 technicals back-to-back in crucial moments of the game in 2 games in a row. That's very surprising. A level of discipline and even quick responses from refs. I think they've had some pretty good crews, but they've been really quick with the conversations and the back and forth. And to see 2 technicals in 2 games in a row under 2 minutes is very interesting.
This becomes an even more pivotal possession on defense for the Eagles. And as soon as Coach French recognized his player was in any form of trouble picking his dribble up along the baseline, he calls a full timeout.
That was a good timeout.
Indeed. His team up by 3 with 1 minute and 21 seconds left. Finding athletic college scholarships can be an overwhelming task for athletes. It's essential to utilize experts and former college coaches who know the ins and outs of college recruiting. At Recruiting Boost, they help prospective student athletes navigate the recruiting process from start to finish to ultimately help them earn scholarship opportunities. Recruiting Boost does not rely on cold emails or large databases. Instead, they have direct contacts with college coaches all across the country via calls, text, and social media. Contact them today at recruitingboostexposure.com, and you can follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Recruiting Boost. 1 minute and 21 seconds remain. The Eagles making their way back on the floor. Wildcats just coming out of their timeout. Coach French called the timeout. Schultz had it along the baseline but picked his dribble up, and to avoid a costly turnover or a mishap, French wisely called timeout. A critical possession in this ball game.
They should be looking for King, if not Schultz. But again, I think King is the person that you should get him in some screen and roll action going across from away from the ball, and then get him rolling right back to the rim.
They get it into King. He's ISO'd one-on-one, and he puts it in. A 5-point game, and Spence comes up with the steal, and he gives it right back. Brown has it in the corner. This is where you just got to take a deep breath and slow things down. You don't want to go too fast and turn it over.
And I'm going to need Brown to look to score, too, to help that sagging defense that's on the other players, Matlock and Westermeyer.
Westermeyer comes up with it, and he got fouled underneath the hoop as he was trying to get it to Nelson underneath.
And now they're in a 1-on-1 situation. Crucial free throws right now for Westermeyer.
Westermeyer at the line, down by 5 with 55 seconds left. This has been a thrilling game throughout. He knocks down his first. Second one rattles in. Hensley on the inbounds.
And the possession error is to the Ugly Eagles, so.
Schultz goes up. Foul on Westermeyer. And it looked like him and Schultz were sharing a lovely word with each other.
Yeah, they're competing. I think it started with all day on the box out. Just getting the Schultz, obviously knowing where he's at. He's been able to rebound. He's been able to push the tempo. If that's somebody you don't want to see at the free throw line right now.
And his first free throw off the front of the rim.
Well, maybe tonight. Today hasn't been the day for the best free throw shooting right now.
He's doing everything right except his free throw.
Yeah, it seems like King has the best touch of the day, and he's the biggest guy that we've seen.
And that one spins off. Westermeyer with it, under a minute to play. Eagles down by a possession. All day into the corner. Brown a three to tie. And it rolls in. We're all tied up at 63.
Right on time. What did I tell you? Brown needed to score a bucket. He hadn't had any points until that moment, but you're wide open. You got to take advantage of it.
Just about 3 seconds separating shot clock and game clock. Scholes barrels his way inside. Count it, and the foul. Karsten Scholes.
Big time play right there for a big time player.
Missed his last 2 free throws. Could have put his team up by 2 possessions.
Maturity got to make his free throw right now.
Absolutely.
Play doesn't matter. I don't care about you getting an and one until you make your free throws, as we saw Coach French trying to get him back to the free throw line so he can focus in and knock this down, because a crucial miss right now gives them an opportunity to do what they just did in the last possession, go down and make a wide open three.
And you can see they have Clayton Malak down on the other end, and Schultz converts. Back to a 3-point game we go. Clayton Valley with the ball.
And it's not a necessary three off the first possession, but
a wild shot from the corner, trying to draw the foul. King with the big-time rebound, and Hensley gets fouled underneath the bucket.
I wanted to see a better job for him. I like the flare cut, giving him kind of some of that Steph Curry, Klay Thompson action, but I would have rather seen him get a deeper play where he kind of used that off of that three-point line to get him more space to get a wide open shot, maybe even get a foul bump.
Yeah, they had quite a bit of time, too. You didn't necessarily have to take that first opportunity that was there. It was very closely contested. But it is what it is, and now the Wildcats at the free throw line, and they make this a 2-possession game.
And it's crucial. I think they could have had a larger lead, which I know Coach French is going to talk to them about, making your free throws. I'm not going to say Clayton Valley did a bad job. They were pretty decent today, but I think if the Wildcats make more free throws, easier win for them.
But Westermeyer hands it back off to Allday. 5 seconds left. Brown hoists up a 3. The horn sounds, and the Wildcats battle their way back. They were down by as much as 10 points, and Scholes is really the one that propelled them to victory. He's the one that was able to cut away at that 10-point deficit, ultimately giving his team the lead, and he really came through in the clutch here at the end of this game.
Man, he was extremely big off the bench, crucial win, and great coaching by Schultz.
And it didn't really take that much deliberation between us. Player of the game, Karsten Scholes.
Of course, I think they're gonna do a coaches player of the game, and then they're gonna do an actual players of the game for the awards that they'll announce now. But obviously, I think Schultz player of the game for Whitney, hands down. On that other side, it's a little bit interesting. I don't know if they'll go with Westmeyer or they'll go with Matlock, but it was a tough. If you're on that other side, and I know they're looking over there right now, deliberating kind of the thought process of this win. This was a really good game on both sides. Whitney had to fight back in it and show really their resilience. On the other side, Clayton Valley really learned a lot about how they need to finish games out.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal game throughout. It was really fast-paced, high energy. Energy certainly wasn't lacking in this one from start to finish. Both teams, pressing each other, trying to rattle the other team on offense, but I would say for the most part, both of these teams really stayed composed on the offensive end.
Oh, yeah, it was great execution by both teams. I think coaches really coached their teams up to be in those situations, but you had big-time plays from King for the Wildcats, and then again, for Clayton Valley, there was a combination of guys that really helped them build up to this phenomenal game that we've had, the closest game thus far.
Well, for Lauren Goodman, I'm Chris Ingledge. Thank you so much for tuning in to the opening day tip-off marathon here at Cosumnes River College, brought to you by NorCal Sports TV.